Okay, today's Tanya. I posted yesterday just because I was learning with someone, and he recorded it, but I got responses that people want to learn more Tanya. They want it, so let's do it. So today's Tanya. We spoke about yesterday that the world is like the utterance of word. When a person speaks something outside themselves, meaning to say, I feel a certain way, it arose me to have certain thoughts until I came out, like, oh my God, I got to tell someone this. What you're going to tell the person is going to be literally another realm in comparison to what you were feeling at the time when it first kicked up an inspiration within you, a certain feeling that kicked up a certain pathway of thinking. The speech is like never going to be able to relate to the person how you truly felt. Hashem, when he created this world, he used speech. What does that mean? Hashem doesn't have a mouth. He went in the Torah to teach us how Hashem works. Hashem wants to be able to have a connection with him, so Hashem uses human concepts to explain and to be a reference point to what is going on in the world, so that we need to know, to connect with him. So Hashem, Chassidus Kabbalah explains that Hashem created the world with Malchus. Malchus is word, spoke a word. 10 utterances that created everything around you, and everything is a combination of these utterances. Why is it utterance of word? Because this world appears to be completely separate, just as words are separate from what's going on and really inside a person. So Hashem creating this world is not the identity of Hashem. It happens to be this world is created by a divine life force. Does that mean the divine life force is all about materialism? No. The materialistic plane of existence is all separate, on appearing separate, just like words are to a person, what's going on within him. That was yesterday's Tanya. So today, let's see, I didn't learn Tanya, I'm going to learn it for the first time with you guys. Raksha, Torah dibur b'lashon b'nei Adam. Torah speaks in the language of man. V'nikra b'Torah b'dibur shel makom baruch hu dibur, mamish k'dibur shel Adam. Torah calls the words of Hashem like the words, literally words, like the words of a person. The reason is because, the truth be told, the path of lowering through contractions and drawing down the life force in order to be able to be expressed as materialistic existence is like the same process that it takes for when a person has a kick up of a creative inspiration which comes from beyond mind, that then later goes into thought, to have thoughts which are literally already words, like they're already cut into beginning and ends, trying to give words to this inspiration you had, and then even more contraction goes when you put into an actual physical word that you have to be able to say to someone. So that's the way the contractions work in order to create this materialistic plane of existence. He says, the descent is accomplished through many, many, many powerful contractions. Minim shainim, right? Of various kinds. In order to create plentiful multiplicity of existence. Minim shainim, that many diverse creatures may be created through them. So you have water. Water has more of the attribute of kindness. That's why it comes down, right? It's always coming down, right? You have everything you could see comes from a different combination, and that's why they have different names. It says when Adam was seeing the animals, Noach, for example, but Adam gave each one names, right? Because he saw the tziruf, he was able to see the combination of its existence, of the Saram Amaris, which were playing itself out in it. That's why its nature is more to itself, because it has more of the word of Gvura. Depending based on the combinations, you can see the nature of this being. And for that reason, you have a bunch of different things. Something is more soft, something's more hard. That's why in Kabbalah, there's actually certain cultures I learned that they don't even say their names, because it's like their social security. You're going to know my nature. That's when you go to a Mekubal, you go to a Rebbe, they ask you for your name, because they can see everything based off your tziruf, your combination of your Asam Amaris, which create your nature. Indeed, so great or powerful are the contractions, concealment of the supernal countenance. The inner, deeper aspect of the divine life force is so heavily veiled. Okay. Ad sheyuchlu lihisaves ulihibares gan dvarim tveimu klipas sitra acha, that even unclean things and klippas and the sitra acha can come into being and be created. And to receive their life and existence from the divine word and the breath of his mouth, through the concealment of his countenance and through the downward gradations. Very interesting. What's coming to me, we'll just finish this words here. That's why they're called other gods. They don't come from the inner countenance of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They come from like the hinder part of holiness, which is like the from like the back. It's like you're getting like something thrown at you without looking at you, right? You technically get it, but you don't get all the life that's in it. So what's it saying? The way I'm understanding it is that when something is coming through such contractions till it's able to appear completely separate from the divine life force, there's room for misinterpretation, right? The way it is by me, right? There's no misinterpreting. I have it the way it is. The second I utter words which are taking a divine light and putting it into an appearance of separation, so I'm creating a world of separation. Obviously only in appearance, because when the person who's saying it sees how what he said is really a complete link and exactly what's going on inside me. It's just the way I'm saying it, it can have room for misinterpretation. Reason being is because I'm already putting it in the world of separation, of multiplicity. So in the world of multiplicity, because it's not clear that it's an expression of what's going on inside me, it can be misinterpreted, which is klipas. Klipas is that in this appearance of words, of multiplicity, of a bunch of 1,000 things, you can roam around without aligning yourself with divine inspiration, which really the word is an extension of. Anyways. Okay. So too on high, the term countenance, panim, whom primus hartin is the inner divine will. The and his true desire, which Hashem wants, to give life force to all who are close to him, from the side of holiness. But the other side, which is the misinterpretation of the appearance of separation, living in the words of separation, is it's the abomination that Hashem hates. The whole experiment here of existence, of what Hashem created this world, is to live a life that appears of separation and to align yourself with really the divine will, which is the life force behind the words, such as to live as the teacher who says words and align yourself with his intention, what he's trying to show you, what's going on within him, his divine will that he wants to play out in a world of multiplicity. He does not give it life from his inner will and true desires if he delighted in it, heaven forbid. So imagine I'm teaching a basketball player, I'm trying to teach him a lofty concept of mathematics. And I use, because he's in the world of basketball, I use terms of basketball. And he's like, wow, this teacher loves basketball. Let me just go play basketball the whole day. Instead of trying to see this multiplication, this mathematical equation that's at play, let me play basketball. So it's like Hashem created a physical world. So you have a choice. You can either live a life with like, okay, what's behind it? What's going on? What's trying to be expressed here in terms of multiplicity? But what's trying to be expressed here? What's the divine unison? What's the divine unity will here? What's the oneness here? So Hashem did create this materialistic world, and therefore you can live on the materialistic plane and miss the point, but then it's not what Hashem's will is. In order to give consequence to the wicked and reward to the tzaddikim, who subdue and hold themselves with restriction to keep aligned with the thread of pure divine will. To live not like that would be the hinder part of the supernal will, and you would be living off of breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs, because you missed the whole point. The godliness behind everything you see around you is like the wet part of the ocean. It's everything. Quantum physics is showing that 99.9% of matter is energy. So to get eluded and to get carried away with the world of 1,000 things, we're losing the divine intention, the thread that's consistent and simple, that wants itself to be carried out in the illusion of multiplicity. That's today's Tanya, the way I understand it.